Ganga is regarded as the holiest river in Hindu religion. It is said that taking a holy dip in her lap, it cleanses your sin. This is the reason why it is held during the winter. The water is cold, but the devotees still take the dip to find renaissance, as it is the most auspicious day of the year. Ganga Sagar Mela is regarded as the second largest through fair in human history. Kumbh Mela is said to hold the highest number of pilgrims in India. Gangasagar Fair is primarily a Hindu festival. It is said that the Ganga Sagar has seen its importance from Mahabharata time. If it is to believed, the significance of taking a bath at a sagar was explained to Bhishma by a learned sage. The virtue of purification of the soul and evil deeds appealed to every Hindu, and they practiced the same. Gangasagar Mela happens every year during Makar Sankranti. Makar Sankranti day, which is from 14 January to January 15th. The preparation begin on 14th January and end on the 15th January. The pilgrimage takes a dip in the holy water of Ganga in the morning while worshipping Lord Surya. The carnival is held at Sagar's Island, which is situated on the tip of the Ganges Delta at the top of the Bay of Bengal. India is blessed with diverse cultures, and each region has its own traditions and festivals they celebrate with pride and joy. Gangasagar Mela is one such festival of India, celebrated from 14th to 15th January every year. Attracts thousands of pilgrimage from all around the world. The globally acclaimed spiritual and cultural event of the nation known as Ganga Sagar Mela of Ganga Sagar Yatra or Ganga Snan is gearing up to welcome you in January. The hosting state of West Bengal receives this fair with great pride and with devout. Held during the winter time of the year, it finds thousands of devotees coming over to seek at Sagar's southern tip in West Bengal. Ganga Sagar Mela is an annual gathering of Hindu pilgrims who look forward to this day. Ganga Sagar Mela is the world's second largest human congregation at the confluence of the holy river Ganga and the Bay of Bengal after Kumbh. The island is quite large with an area of 224 kilometers located on the continental shelf of the Bay of Bengal, about 100 kilometers south of Kolkata. Sabtirtha Barbar, Ganga Sagar Ek Bar. If you have heard this line, chances are that you have felt the pulse of a pilgrimage, that is a metaphor for life itself, a pilgrimage that interweaves the never-ending loop of uncertainty, faith, danger, and redemption. Since its inception, millions have embarked on this perilous pilgrimage, risking their lives with the belief that a dip at this holy confluence will wash away the sins of a lifetime. Hence the genius of Kanar Vachan, the gospel of the soothsayer. Sabtirtha Barbar, Ganga Sagar Ek Bar. Dive into the waves of faith, breathe into the belief, walk on the shores of serenity, and join the journey of moksha to shed all sorrow and grief. Feel the spirituality coursing through your veins. Dive into waves of faith. Come, visit this scenic paradise. Marvel at the teachings of Sanatana Dharma and discover the land of moksha. The Ganga Sagar Mela is celebrated during the auspicious period of Makar Sankranti. Sankranti refers to a period when the sun transits from one Rashi into another. It is believed that astrologically the sun enters the Makar Rashi, house of Saturn, underscoring the importance of the largest and oldest living tradition in Bengal. Has been mentioned in Indian epics such as the Ramayana and Mahabharata, putting its existence as early as 400 BCE. Legends suggest that the first Kapila Muni's temple was constructed by Queen Satyabhama in 430 AD, and the present idol was established by Swami Ramanand in 1437, making the beginning of pilgrimage that remains timeless till today. The story of Ganga Sagar is that of moksha, the liberation from the circle of life and death. It narrates the tale of how Bhagirath freed the souls of 60,000 sons from the eternal flames of hell after performing their last rites with water from the holy Ganges. Ganga Sagar is not just a pilgrimage, it is an intricate intermingling of emotion and faith. It is a season of harvest in many parts of India, while in other parts it is the season of new beginnings. People from different of society come together to thank the sun god for the good harvest. West Bengal is the state of fairs and festivals. A large number of festivities take place in the state throughout the year. Amongst them One of the most famous feasts is the Ganga Sagar Mela. It is held in the month of January on the Ganga Sagar island at the mouth of the river Hooghly in Bengal. It is attended by thousands of pilgrims every year. A dip in the water at this place during Ganga Sagar Mela is considered to be extremely sacred. On the day of Makar Sankranti, when the sun makes a transition, it is said that the bath becomes a holy source of salvation. The holy river Ganges, after originating from Gangotri and traveling through plains of Rishikesh and Haridwar, reaches Bengal, where it is named Hooghly. In Bengal, this sacred river merges with sea. Legend has it that before combining with the sea, the Ganga watered the moral remains of King Bhagirath's grandfather, King Sagar's 60,000 sons, liberating their soul from the cycle of life and death forever. After a dip into the holy river here, people generally visit Kapila Muni temple situated nearby to worship the idol enshrined there as a mark of respect. The story behind Kapila Muni temple goes that King Sagar performed an Ashwamedha Yagna to win over the entire universe. When his horse was about to win the entire earth, Indra, the king of heaven, became alarmed. He stole the blessed horse and tied it near Kapila Muni's ashram. King Sagar's 60,000 sons thought Kapila Muni to be the culprit and disturbed him when he was truly engrossed in meditation. Out of anger, Kapila Muni cursed them to turn into ashes. It is said that the Bhagirathi, the only grandson of King Sagar, meditated over years to persuade River Ganga to step down from heaven and wash the moral remains of his ancestors and bless them with salvation. The temple today marks the presence of Kapila Muni's ashram. Every year, a long fair is arranged at Gangasagar Island in January. The fair becomes highly crowded on the Makar Sankranti day. It is assumed to be the largest annual gathering of devotees in India. The popularity of this fair can be understood from the fact that without any formal or informal invitation, advertisement and organizing authority, more than 1 million pilgrims come here every year from different parts of India just to take a holy dip in the Ganges. Apart from the general pilgrims, the assemblage of Naga Sadhus here gives a unique identity to this feast. The Ganga Sagar Mela is celebrated on the day of Makar Sankranti, which usually falls between January 14th and January 15th every year. This is also the time when sun makes its transition to Capricorn from Sagittarius. It is believed that taking a dip in the waters of the holy Ganges during this time can help a person attain salvation. 130 kilometers away from Kolkata lies the temple of the famous saint Kapilamuni. It is considered to be a very sacred place and devotees visit the temple in large numbers. There is a story behind this temple and how this Mela started. Says Kapilamuni is considered an incarnation of Lord Vishnu. Once the famous king Sagar was conducting Ashwamedha Yaga as a mark of victory over the world. The Lord of Heavens, King Indra, stole the sacrificial horse. He tied the horse in the Patal Lok. Out of jealousy near to Kapilamuni's ashram. When King Sagar's sons came to fetch the horse and found it close to Kapilamuni's ashram and mistook him as a thief. Kapilamuni was angered by this false allegation. He cursed the boys and turned them into ashes. Bhagirath, the grandson of King Sagar, meditated for years and requested River Ganga to flow down over the ashes of his ancestors. Holy Ganges accepted this request and came down, cascading from the heavens, and washed over the ashes of King Sagar's boys' ashes. The souls of the boys got salvation. Today, millions of people reach Sagar Island and take holy dip in the confluence of the sea and river Ganges to attain salvation and get freedom from old sins. Devotees offer their prayers on Makar Sankranti, and since then Ganga Sagar Mela started. For anyone who is even a little bit inclined towards spirituality is surely going to like this opulent affair of all things spiritual and religious. For instance, after taking a dip in the holy Ganges, which is the main purpose of the Mela, the tourists and devotees also visit the temple of Kapilamuni. This island is quite a significant place in terms of its spiritual importance. For any spiritual believer, devotee, this would be a great opportunity to witness the spiritual fervor of this magnanimous culture, distilled over hundreds and thousands of years to this point in the time. As the Ganga Sagar Mela is visited by huge crowds of Naga Sadhus, there is a high probability that you may get an opportunity to interact and know their way of living and rituals performed during the whole faith. Smeared with ash, these sadhus are no less than an attraction point for this Mela itself. One of the most popular events and festivals of India, Ganga Sagar Mela is celebrated at Sagar Dweep, which is situated at a distance of about 1650 to 2116, 1970 kilometers from major Indian cities like Delhi, Mumbai and Bangalore respectively. Here are the details on how you can travel to this place via following means of public transport. Nearest airport from Gangasagar, Kolkata International Airport. Nearest city, Kolkata. Distance from Kolkata, 117 kilometers. A generation later, King Bhagirath undertook the task of freeing the condemned souls and prayed to Lord Brahma, the Creator, to free his ancestors' souls. He asked him to pray to Lord Vishnu to allow the holy Ganga to ascend on earth. Upon agreeing, he cautioned that the sheer force of Ganges would wipe out the entire creation if it went unchecked, and asked him to pray to Lord Shiva. Shiva agreed to bear the entire force of Ganga on his matted hair. In the meandering labyrinth of Shiva's hair, Ganga lost her brute force and descended to the earth. Gently cursing all existence, Bhagirath was finally able to perform the last rites of his ancestors, liberating the souls from the fires of Patal Lok. With passing years, the myths turned into legends, legends into stories, and stories into beliefs. The Ganges was also given the name Bhagirathi after Raja Bhagirath, and the sea got its name Sagar after Sagar Raja and the island Sagar Dweep. Keeping faith in this mythology, millions of pilgrims from across the globe visit the Ganga Sagar Mela during the freezing hours of Makar Sankranti in search of moksha. A dip in the holy water is thought to wash away all sorrows and sins. With this belief, millions visit the Kapil Muni ashram, chanting the hymn Sab Tirth Bar Bar Ganga Sagar Ek Bar. This sacred place is primarily important for the temple of Kapila Muni, the great saint who, according to myth, was Lord Vishnu. Kapila Muni was the son of Kardam Muni. In the myth history, it was said that Kardam Muni had to go through his marital life according to the directions of Lord Vishnu. But Muni agreed this under a condition, and as per the condition, Muni wished to Lord Vishnu to have him as his son. As per this condition, Lord Vishnu had taken birth and named Kapila Muni. Kapila Muni, Muni's mythological story is revealed with the story of bringing the holy river Ganga at this place. The mythological story is something like King Sagar's 60,000 sons came to this place in the search of their father's sacrificial horse, and they found it there. Actually, the horses were stolen by Devraj Indra and hidden at Patal, below the earth, beside Kapila Muni's hermitage. But king's sons was unknown with it. When they saw Kapila Muni there, they started to blame him for stealing and interrupted in Muni's meditations. Muni became angry, and his blaze of anger came out of his eyes, which burnt kings' sons and consigned their souls into hell. Many years later, king's grandson, King Bhagirath, came to Kapila Muni to beg and to pray to Muni to release the souls from hell. According to Kapila Muni's directions, King Bhagirath brought Devi Ganga to this place, and with the touch of this holy river's water, the souls of got liberty. As per the myth, the souls were liberated on the day of Makar Sankranti. So, to release own souls from pain, sin, and to earn virtue, people come here from all over the India and take a holy shower into this holy Sagar island and earn blessings and worship the great saint Kapila Muni. Every year, people from every part of India throng here on Makar Sankranti day. Gangasagar is actually a cluster of 51 islands covering 581 square kilometers of the land and belongs to the Sundarbans at a distance of 128 kilometers from Kolkata. The southern sea face of the island is the site of the Ganga Sagar Mela. It is marked by unbounded enthusiasm for a bath in the Sangam, confluence of the river and sea. The Mela lasts for 3 days and it reaches its high noon on Makar Sankranti, the last day of Bengali month Posh. The island is dedicated, is looked after by the government of West Bengal. The presence of a large section of saints and sages from all over India in an indispensable part of this festival. Om Namah Shivaya.